And welcome to the special edition of Hannity. Sadly, our dire warnings about the dangers of spring break have now become a reality. Tonight, we want to make sure your kids never experience another spring break nightmare.
We have got to get control of our beaches.
They're talking about robbing, rapes, gun violence. That, in other words, there are people that are preying on the kids that are drunk and using drugs, and they're selling drugs.
I was fearful for my life. I had to go at some point when I lost the photographer and I lost the producer on the beach. These two guys in particular kept harassing me.
All we can do is pray that our daughters don't go down there.
That bring guns, that rape, rob, pilfer. That's what we really have to deal with more than anything.
These people coming to Panama City Beach think that this is acceptable. This is not acceptable.
It's not safe. The police are doing the best they can, but it's not safe.
We are in Panama City Beach, Florida, my
During spring break in Panama City Beach, Florida, where we have been the last 2 years, 7 people were shot at a party and 2 are in critical condition.
This is what we see every day.
Now, police have arrested 2 men after discovering this video of an alleged gang rape that took place last month in broad daylight in Panama City Beach, Florida.
You need to wake up and see what's going on.
And welcome to Hannity. This year's spring break season appears to have come and gone in Panama City Beach, Florida, but not before it left so much devastation and tragedy in its wake. Now, we recently sent our team of producers down to Panama City Beach to get local reaction to this year's chaos and take a look at what they had to say.
It's gotten out of control, man. It really has. And in my eyes, nothing positive happened this spring break.
A crazy month and a half, 2 months. It's ridiculous. Some of these things that go on in Panama City, it's just changed.
Don't get me wrong, I love spring break. It's a great time of the year. But to live here as a local, it makes it a bad time of the year.
For the period of time that those people are down here, they bring a little bit of money and a lot of grief.
Honestly, I think they should bring the National Guard on the weekends or anytime, definitely during spring break.
Next year, the way things are going, I don't think it's going to get any better. I stand behind Sheriff Frank McKeithen, and I hope that this town will do something to make sure that this does not happen again.
Here now with local reaction is Panama City Beach Councilwoman Josie Strange is with us. You said when we went down this year, it is not safe. You were the only councilwoman when we went down that was willing to talk to us. Councilwoman, since then, 7 people have been shot. We had this alleged gang rape now in broad daylight on the beach of a girl that's unconscious. Is it worse than that?
Is it worse than that? That hasn't been reported? Is that what you're asking me, Mr. Hannity?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure a lot worse happened that wasn't reported.
Yeah.
And I fully believe had we followed the sheriff's recommendations last year, none of this would have happened.
The sheriff has been warning that this type of thing would happen for 2 years, correct?
That is correct.
Now, to the credit of another council member, he came on this program and apologized to his constituents, saying that he should have taken it more seriously. That was after the shooting occurred, correct?
I believe it was before the shooting occurred.
Oh, okay. So it was even better than after the shooting. But now we have a mayor. Your mayor keeps talking about the money. Like she said, the people work hard. They make a lot of money during spring break. Is this now become really about the money for Panama City Beach?
I honestly hope not. I use this term loosely, but the beach has been hoarded out long enough, and we just can't continue this way, money or not. It's got to stop. Spring break used to be a wonderful time. Families came down here. The restaurants were full. The hotels were full. Even the clubs were full. I don't know why it's gotten this bad other than the drinking, the drugs, and the social media.
No, it's interesting. In a minute, we're going to talk to somebody who blames me for all of this, as if I am the problem, because we covered the story, and I see you laughing there. But let's just let the numbers speak for themselves. From last year, when we covered it first, to this year, the number of reports that the police received has gone up 81%. We have the total calls for service and has gone up 49%. Total beach ordinances, well, that's gone up a whopping 34,600%. Then we have total arrests. Well, that's a 237% increase. We have the total drug arrests in the area. That's a 370% increase. We have the total weapons charges. That's a 100% increase, a doubling from last year. And sex offenses reported, that would be an 83% increase. And I'm not sure if that includes this woman in the alleged gang rape. How could this happen? A gang rape in broad daylight on the beach with people all around this unconscious girl. How can that possibly happen?
It's beyond my comprehension, especially if it was behind one of the super clubs, which they have stood before the council and said that they have security of their own out there walking the beaches.
What club was that?
Cameras out there. All the super clubs.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, it could be Club La Vila, it could be Spinnaker, but they assured the council that they have people walking the beaches, making sure it's safe, that nothing bad goes on.
Don't you think the parents of this girl being gang raped are going to sue your city? And those 7 kids shot, don't you think they're going to sue your city? I would expect that.
I don't know enough about that. That would be a question for the city attorney.
If it was your daughter or son that was shot or raped, would you sue the city?
I would.
All right, Josie, you've been out there in front on this. I know you've taken a lot of heat. Maybe people are beginning to get the message. Thank you for being with us. Now, my next guest has typically not seen eye to eye with Councilwoman Strange or this program. Now, just last year, beach club owner Sparky Sparkman lambasted this program over our coverage, stating that, quote, this would not have been an issue had it not been for Hannity and his, I call it an assault on the beach. College spring break was basically over when he did that, and he had a mission. He was on a rating-seeking mission, and he took advantage of us and blindsided us. That's my view, and I've been saying that for a long time. Now, we talked to the owner of his club, that is Sparky Sparkman, last night, and this is part 2 of our interview.
Are you going to let me answer it this time, Ms. Trinity?
Why didn't you join us?
You came post-collegiate spring break in 2014. You came after collegiate spring break had ended.
So what was
you did your thing on the beach.
That's a lie. What, if that's an absolute lie, because we weren't filming grandmothers. What? We were filming kids in bikinis, funneling beer, watching cops arrest drug dealers that were selling drugs to kids. And you went before the council and you went in the media and attacked us. Now 7 kids are shot, 11 sexual assaults, and you're still making your money, aren't you, Sparky?
Ms. Kennedy, who's lying here? You accuse me of lying. What am I lying about?
I'm just saying, we went there, we covered spring break. Young kids from college on spring break.
Come on, what am I lying about? How am I lying? You came in here after collegiate spring break. I made a statement. You came in here after collegiate spring break. We weren't filming grandmothers.
We were filming kids from schools from spring break. How much money do you make a night during the height of spring break?
You were filming primarily high school kids. You were filming primarily high school kids.
How much do you make a night from spring break? At the height of spring break.
That's none of your business.
You make a lot of money, isn't it?
It's none of your business.
The reason you don't want to tell us is because you make a lot of money. It's a lot of cash money, too. Do you report it all to the IRS?
Yeah. Ask these guys that are shooting me. I'm sitting here in jeans, and I drive a 2003 pickup truck. You think if I made a lot of money, I'd be doing that?
I want to ask you a question. How much do you make a night when these kids, and do you care that they're getting hammered? Do you care about the sexual assaults? Do you care that your arguments have fallen on deaf ears and you have a city council that cares more about the money than they do about the kids?
So now you're questioning my morality. Is that what you're doing?
I'm saying that if I would have seen that video in 2014, instead of attacking the messenger, I would have gone after the city council and told the city council that they have an obligation to clean this mess up, that these kids are getting wasted, they're buying drugs, there's sexual assaults, there's guns, and there's nothing but trouble on the horizon, like the sheriff said. like one council member said.
Mr. Hannity, how do you know I have not taken that message to the city council?
Don't let Hannity be our death. That's a quote from you. Hannity has a lot of knee-jerking reactions. That's a quote from you. Hannity basically, he's assaulting our beach, whatever the hell that means. Hannity, let's see, that should not be, we should not let Hannity be a deterrent. All quotes from you there, Sparko.
Sparko. That's not my name, Mr. Hannity.
Sparky.
Why are you insulting me? Why are you insulting? I can handle the truth, Mr. Hannity. Can you handle the truth? I can handle it. Can you handle the truth?
I can handle the truth. Let me ask you now. I'm going to give you an opportunity.
Well, let's start talking about it. Let's start dealing with it, okay?
I've been waiting all night.
I can handle the truth.
What is the truth? That 7 kids got shot?
That's the truth. It's tragic. I admitted to that.
11 kids got sexually assaulted, at least those reported?
But, yeah. I mean, that's despicable. It's horrible. But let's talk about the truth. You accuse me of something less than speaking the truth.
Okay.
That's irresponsible on your part.
So tell me what's true.
That's irresponsible.
So tell me, do you want to change the rules?
I'll answer it.
Do you support now, do you agree if this has gotten so out of hand that even though you're making money from these kids with all that's happened, do you agree you have an obligation that you should join with me and say enough is enough? No more sexual assaults, no more 100-milers, no more gang rapes on the beach in broad daylight, no more shootings that go on, and the only way to stop that is to stop the things that are happening at spring break. Do you agree with that?
Mr. Hannity, let me say this about your massive statement there. No segment of our season is worth putting at risk our resident citizens and our visitors on this beach. That's how I feel about it. Does that answer your question sufficiently?
Well, so you're willing to then go to the city council and join me and say that you've got to put an end to this. You've got to put in measures to protect those children if the parents are stupid enough to continue to let them go there.
We have to fix the situation, Mr. Hannity. We have to fix it. We have a problem here.
All right.
I've never not acknowledged that. We have to fix it.
Well, you said a lot of knee-jerking from Mr. Hannity. That's a quote. And you said that,
That's what it was last year in 2014.
Okay. And then you said that don't let Hannity be our death. You said that, too. Because you wanted to make the money, right?
Were you trying to be our death?
You said don't let Hannity be our death.
Were you trying to be our death, Mr. Hannity?
All I know is I don't want kids dying. I don't want kids being raped. I don't want kids taking drugs from these 100-milers. I don't want that happening. I'll tell you what, next year I'm going to go down there and I'll see you. I'll meet you in your club. Will you let us film in your club?
No, I probably won't do that, but I will meet you. Won't. I will meet you.
Why don't you?
No, I probably won't.
Why don't you let us film in your club? What are you afraid of?
You.
You're afraid of me.
You.
You're afraid of
yeah, because you'll misrepresent the truth. You'll misrepresent the truth.
Can you give one example where we've shown tape that was false?
I don't have an example.
No, you don't.
Top of mind.
No, the truth. The film is a pretty powerful truth teller, isn't it? Video's a pretty powerful truth teller.
You're pretty powerful. You're pretty powerful too when you can talk over me and spin this however you want.
Listen, I'm just quoting you, Sparko.
Like I said, I can live with the truth.
All right, Sparky. Thank you.